I painted some muscles on my own thumb recently and threw it up onto YouTube and explained a little bit about thumb anatomy. But I want to give you guys some really good tools to use that can help for people who are experiencing thumb pain, which could be any of you. So practice on yourself if you can, or grab a partner and let's go. So if you remember from the video, or from however you really remember your anatomy, there are some long muscles of the thumb that attach pretty high up under the radius, onto the interosseous membrane, and even cross over onto the ulna. So the first thing I'm going to do is start bringing attention into these muscles. I'm mostly going to pin and stretch my way through this video with some friction thrown in. So get ready to be a master of the pin and stretch for the wrist and the thumb. If you remember, the basic technique for a pin and stretch is to shorten a muscle, pin it down with one hand, and then use the other hand to stretch that muscle out. For the extensors of the forearm and the thumb, I'm using my right hand here to pin down the bellies of these muscles, and my left hand to manipulate what the wrist does and therefore what these muscles do. As I push the hand down into flexion, I can guide it towards either radial or ulnar deviation and therefore enhance the stretch that I'm trying to achieve. So for the thumb, I want to push the hand out into ulnar deviation, stretching out those long muscles of the thumb even deeper. The icing on the cake for any pin and stretch is to really elongate those deeper fibers once you've pulled the muscles into that stretch. So here, I've got the wrist down into flexion, and I'm using my right thumb to sink down deep and open up that myofascial connection, really breaking apart any scar tissue that might be there, anything that might be stuck, anything that's limiting what the wrist and the thumb want to do. I'm going to show you all of this again from a different angle because I really want to explain why a pin and stretch is so beneficial here. So like I said before, the idea of a pin and stretch is to shorten the muscle, pin it down, and then stretch it out. And what the pinning does is it allows you to anchor a different part of the muscle besides the origin and the insertion so that the stretch can be a little bit deeper and can be felt at a different level. In this area of the body, there are a lot of layers that you can actually pin down and stretch out. So moving around where you pin down and then playing around with how you stretch that joint, in this instance, the wrist, is going to directly affect which muscles you're targeting. For example, here, if I pin down towards the ulna and push the wrist into radial deviation, I might affect the extensor carpi ulnaris. Or if I have my thumb out like I did before, closer to the radius, and I sink down deeper, I'm going to pin down those long muscles of the thumb, and then pulling out into ulnar deviation is going to free up the thumb and offer a lot of relief. What you're seeing with my right hand here is that myofascial slide at the end of the stretch. Superficial here is going to target extensors, and deeper here is going to target those long thumb muscles and the periosteal connections. I'm going to take this work and I'm going to apply it to the long muscles of the thumb and the tendons very specifically. So the first thing I want to do is have my client pull her thumb down into the palm of her hand and wrap her fingers around her thumb, and then guide her to push down into ulnar deviation. So when she does that, I'm sliding up against the tendons, up against those sheaths, and creating a linear friction up into the bellies of those muscles so that the irritation that's created with repetitive movement in this area starts to free up. Admittedly, this is less of a pin and stretch and more of a deep myofascial release, but if you think about what's happening with de Quervain's tenosynovitis, otherwise known as gamer's thumb or texter's thumb, the inflammation of the tendon in the sheath is what is creating the limitation of movement. So opening up these fascial connections and creating fluidity and liquidity around these tissues that are sinewy and lay along the medial border of the radius. This is mostly connective tissue work and not so much about the muscle tissue. So myofascial release here, these deep stretches are what's going to be most effective. Remember that a lot of these muscles on the posterior forearm are heavily wrapped in connective tissue, connected to each other, connected to the skin on top and the bones underneath. And the myofascial stretches and the friction and the pin and stretches that you do in this area are going to create a lot of happy thumbs.